Our overall topic for this group project was learning tools. And so, as a group, we decided to go ahead and do a Google slide, but to use a choice board to show our different information. We came with a lot of different experience. Some of us are regular classroom teachers, librarians. Some are working to teach at the collegiate level, and so they have private sector jobs. And so, kind of bringing all of that together into one cohesive project, we kind of thought that this would be a great way to see how a broad topic like learning tools could encompass so many different perspectives on those different tools. I use SlideMania in my classroom, and so I suggested that I thought this might be a great tool to be able to use to show that broadness, but make it one cohesive project with a choice board. And so we met via Google Meets, and we got to meet each other and kind of talk about our experience and kind of our goals for this class and just kind of the overall topic. It was a really great way to be able to interact in an online class, because that is difficult to do. I know some challenges, like for me with group projects, I tend to try to take charge of things, and it's hard for me just to collaborate with people sometimes, especially when you have, different schedules. And so I know in my classroom, I kind of have that fear with my own students. You have the kids that, do things, and the ones who maybe don't bring their best effort, but we did not have that in our group. We all worked very well together. We brainstormed via email, and then we got together on that Google Meet, and we were able to, have one cohesive project. We all just set a deadline, and it worked really well. So I think in my classroom, to be able to, allow the kids to work together, but have it as an individual project. And so they can each bring their own individualism into the project, but everybody's accountable for their own piece. So I thought that would be a really great way to use this type of project in my classroom. But also, some of the tools that my classmates presented on were great things that I can use in my classroom. We have a big literacy initiative, so some of those tools that everyone was sharing were really great things that I could bring back into my own class. For my part of the project, I worked on how using learning tools for retrieval practice enhance learning. That's something, teaching math, I feel like I'm constantly having to pull out that memory piece for kids and spiral a lot of that review, because so much does build on one thing for 1 week, and then we need it maybe 3 chapters down the road. And so to bring back those pieces and to help kids put that into their working memory. So we talked about what is just retrieval practice, and bringing the information out that kids already have. So how learning tools for retrieval practice enhance learning. So it can reduce some of the amount of class time. It disaggregates some of the data and the information that we already that we need for our classes. So that some of those tools are really great for that. Differentiation for our different students. It can be synchronous or asynchronous. Whole class, everybody gets to participate. Sometimes when we're teaching whole class, you just have certain kids that participate and the other ones that kind of hold back, but this is a way for everyone to work, and it helps kids spiral that knowledge to apply it and to really kind of deepen their learning. So some of the ideas, brain dumps, flashcards, exit tickets, game-based, those are all ways that you can easily implement retrieval practice into your classrooms. And these were some of the tools. Some I've used, some I have not used. Quizlet, Kahoot, Quizzes, Flipgrid, those are some of the ones we use a lot. In my building, a lot of people use Gimkit and Plickers. That's a really fun, easy one. Edpuzzles, a lot of our teachers with different contents are able to do that for the accountability. Mentimeters, Nearpod, Paradex. So those were some of the ones that had more suggestions. And then I also kind of talked about some of the challenges, the time it takes, the prep it takes, lack of materials maybe that some teachers have. This was a great refresher for me on some of the things that I want to do in my classroom, things that I can share with staff in my school. And it was a great learning tool for this class to kind of how can we collaboratively learn together.